Hi everyone, EURNZD here with another video, and today is the 9th of December 2021 and the time of this recording is 11 minutes past 1 p.m. UK time. Before I start, as always, I would like to highlight that this is not financial advice, this is just the way that I see the markets and that I would like to share with all of you. In front of me I do have four charts. In blue we do have the US 30, in yellow we have the NASDAQ 100, the green line we do have the S&P 500, and the purple line is Bitcoin. What we can see, something that is very interesting now for me, is that we could see the indices and Bitcoin basically trading in the same way. This chart, when we go back to from June, let's say mid-June until mid-November, we could see Bitcoin and the indices trading in exactly the same way. When Bitcoin went up, indices went up. When the indices on there went down, Bitcoin went down, and so forth. So very similar, and that's something that I find very remarkable, especially now in the last couple of days. Look what's happening with Bitcoin. This cryptocurrency is trading lower while the indices are trading higher. And we need to understand, guys, where we are at the moment. There is a very uncertain time, especially with the new COVID variant. Yesterday, I think it was Pfizer, that came out with the news that a third booster vaccination, or a third jab basically, would prevent a lot of damage, and that a third vaccination of the Pfizer would be sufficient and not to get very sick of the new COVID variant. So that's kind of positive news for the market, and that's also something that we could see in the last 2-3 days, that the indices have been trading higher. Okay, but I'm mindful, and this might be one of the main reasons why I am bearish on the indices. You know, guys, 80-90% of the times I'm willing to buy the indices because they are mainly bullish. But as I said before, this is a very interesting time where we are at the moment. And I do believe, especially knowing that Bitcoin is trading lower, that we might see some lower prices on the indices. Okay, I hope this is clear. If I go now to the US 30, and then we could see the last call. This is the daily chart. The last 2, 3, 4 days were very bullish, which is great. But I also know that we are now trading at this high, so we have created now kind of equal high. So what I do expect and what I hope to see is another catalyst to the upside, to maybe clear this liquidity and then trade lower. Or what we can see as well during the New York Stock Exchange open at 2:30 p.m. UK time is trading straight lower. But I will look for sell opportunities on this pair. Why? Because we do have imbalance over here. So we might perfectly spike into this imbalance and then trade higher, or this might just be the last, maybe one more push, maybe the last push before we see a bigger sell-off on the indices following Bitcoin basically. So this is something that I'm looking at. If we look at the US 30, the S&P 500, exactly the same is happening. I do have my purple lines here. Maybe one more spike over this purple line to clear this liquidity, then trade lower. We do have the imbalance here in this candle, so we might see some bearishness in today's session. What we can see here, exactly the same with the NAS. We might see one little spike up to then trade lower into the imbalance that has been created 2 days ago. Okay, and eventually trading even lower. So very interesting. So this is what I'm thinking or looking at for the indices. Let me go over dollar. Let me go over dollar. Dollar. Okay, sorry. Here we are, US dollar. DXY. Interesting price action. Remember the news last week caused a huge spike. But now lately we've been trading the last week and a half within this spike, and this spike was caused, like, this is a 1 hour candle, and in the last couple of days we've just been trading within the range of that candle. Yeah, so not very spectacular price action, but I do believe, and we do have clear liquidity over here, that we will trade lower. Yesterday, what we could see, or 2 days ago, what we could see was a really nice spike of the liquidity. We traded into this wick, we traded then lower. Yeah, we broke the structure, we traded back, we rebalanced some of the price action over here. We were trading lower, so what I'm expecting now to happen during the New York session later in the afternoon is maybe another spike up, maybe into this bearish order block on the 15 minutes. The 15 minutes, this order block might be a bit more clear, to then trade lower. Yeah, to then trade lower, and ideally to clear the liquidity. That's here. Okay, perfect. EURUSD, same play. We did have some liquidity under the spike. We cleared the liquidity. We traded higher. We broke the structure. This was the last manipulation move in my eyes. Yeah, so I do believe that we can maybe trade lower into this area, and I will set an alarm. I will set my alarm at 12,904. I will set my alarm. So whenever price hits this area, I would like to see some bullish momentum, some bullish reaction into and clear this liquidity. You know, the liquidity that's above here. GBPUSD is a bit more tricky because the GBP is very, very weak, and I think I said it already. The UK is we're going to plan B now, so working from home will be implemented, or is highly recommended by Boris Johnson and his parliamentary team. So yeah, we will see what's happening, but GBP is very, 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 very weak. Yeah, so I'm more willing to buy EURUSD rather than GBPUSD. Something else that I would like to highlight, guys, is NZDUSD, because NZD is very, very bullish. From a fundamental perspective, NZD is very bullish. It just has been underperforming because of the fear in the market, and we know when there is fear, because of COVID, for example, currencies like an AUD and an NZD are always underperforming. Yeah, so that's what we could see. That's why we could see. That's why we saw basically very weak New Zealand dollar, a very weak Australian dollar. But the last couple of days, both have been recovering very, very well, and I do believe that this recovery phase will keep going into next week even. Yeah, so I'm willing to look for buy opportunities in this bullish order block to then trade higher. Okay. I would like to stick a little bit more with the NZD. I have a Euro NZD. I'm looking at this trade. I know I might buy Euro USD and I might buy NZD USD. So why would I sell Euro NZD? Because I do believe that NZD is very, very, very strong. If I buy Euro USD, that's more dollar related. So because my bias on dollar is bearish. But EURNZD, I'm very, very bullish on just because of the fundamental, just because of New Zealand dollar's fundamentals. So I'm looking, and I will set an alarm as well. I'm looking at this area, to tap into this area, to clear the liquidity that is above here, to tap into this zone, to then trade lower, and clear liquidity line. A lot of imbalance over here, so this might be a very nice trade opportunity as well. Okay, so these are the things that I'm currently looking at, guys. Hope this video was useful. Hope this video will help you with your trading later in the afternoon, maybe into tomorrow. If you do have any questions, please reach out to me in the Discord. We'll be more than happy to answer all the questions. Okay, have a good one, guys. Ciao, ciao.